Was there somebody who had a comment?
For a long time, or since
Okay. So
I don't know what did anything.
there was all sorts of conversions there. And Pastor Finley says that, we may not see immediate results for our witnessing activities, but as we sow seeds in receptive hearts, one day will be a harvest for the glory of God. Just like to remind everybody that you may be on mute right now. So we never know for sure the impact that our words and actions will have on others, either for good or for bad. That's why we always have to be careful about our actions and our words. And, if we are feeling apart from Christ in our life, but yet we have in the past, tried to be a witness for God and others have seen that, even more reason to be careful and on guard for what we say and what we do. Because these people have seen us at our best and now seeing us maybe at our worst. And they're getting a very conflicting message. And we may even say, we'll see, they're going to see that, well, God will forgive. Well, yeah, but they may not want to further pursue. So we have to be very careful. Monday is an attitude adjustment. It says our attitudes often determine our ability to influence others. If we're going around like, as people have said, Sadventists instead of Adventists or Gladventists, that it's not a winsome, appealing look. So we need to spend that time abiding with Christ and letting his Spirit move upon us so that we do have the joy in our hearts and minds and that we can follow him, which produces more joy because we feel less condemnation. So a harsh, critical, and unfriendly attitude, that's going to drive people away from us. And even if we are able to witness, our words, no matter how truthful, are much less likely to be received. It's because a picture paints 1,000 words, right? And if people are seeing us in our actions, that can say a lot more than what we try to say the few times we get an opportunity to try to speak on Christ's behalf. So we need to have a positive attitude and a belief in others so that draws them to us. And we need to create a bond of friendship. Jesus had this to say, "No longer do I call you servants, for a servant does not know what his master is doing. But I have called you friends, for all things that ever I heard of my Father I have made known to you." So friends accept one another in spite of the other's weaknesses and their mistakes, and they freely share their sorrows and their joys with each other. And that's what Jesus has called us. He has called us his friends. Every sorrow that we have had, he's been there. So read Matthew 15, 21 through 28, and Mark 14, 6 through 9. It's saying that these texts describe two women of widely differing circumstances. Jesus appears to be harsh with one and gentle with the other. So how do we know from reading these passages that Jesus was actually reaching out to both and trying to extend his saving grace with both of them and building trust with them? Well, let's take a look at the first example, Matthew 15. Then Jesus went out from there and departed to the region of Tyre and Sidon. And behold, a woman of Canaan came from that region and cried out to him, saying, "Have mercy on me, O Lord, Son of David. My daughter is severely demon-possessed." But Jesus did not answer a word. And his disciples came and urged him, saying, "Send her away, for she cries out after us." But he answered to her and said, I was not sent except to the lost sheep of the house of Israel." Now Jesus is testing her. And then she came and worshipped him, saying, "Lord, help me." But he answered and said, "It is not good to take the children's bread and to throw it to the little dogs." But she said, "Yes, Lord, but yet even the little dogs eat the crumbs which fall from their master's table." See, she knew, she had this faith. And Jesus answered and said to her, "O woman, great is your faith. Let it be to you as you desire." And her daughter was healed from that very hour. So that was from Matthew. Mark is slightly different. This is when Mary came and she was going to anoint his feet. Jesus said, "Let her alone. Why do you trouble her? She has done a good work for me. For you have the poor with you always, and whenever you wish, you may do them good. But me, you do not have